Now I'd like to cover minerals. And minerals are absolutely critical to the body. But one thing that people don't quite understand is that if you don't have an adequate amount of hydrochloric acid, where people are staying away from salt, they're not getting enough salt, that all the minerals that are contained in your food, and you're going to eat these things containing minerals, to be able to utilize these minerals, they have to be washed in this hydrochloric acid. They have to be processed in this hydrochloric acid to be able to utilize, to assimilate these minerals. So if a person isn't getting an adequate amount of salt, then these minerals, maybe they're only utilizing 10-15% of the minerals instead of 100% of the minerals. So it's critical that a person make sure that they're getting an adequate amount of water, whether it's in your fruits and vegetables or juices, and enough salt to generate the hydrochloric acid so that you can utilize these minerals. The human cell has got water inside and outside, and there has to be a balance maintained between the two, and that's where the salt comes in. That's why they give saline. Then they give the sugar water, because the cell has to have a certain amount of sugar. And then to utilize the minerals, this is why they give the lactate ringer in a hospital, because a lot of people that are seriously sick are deficient in minerals. So if the water's running through a person, or they're not holding the water very well, it's because the cell is, as Dr. B says, the integrity of the cell. It doesn't have the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it doesn't have all these minerals. So when I talk about minerals, you got the 3 electrolytes, which is potassium, and then it's salt, which is sodium chloride, sodium chlorine, and the other minerals that you have is calcium, magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, boron, silicon. It's a whole mess of these minerals, and then there's trace minerals. So it's critical that once again that you have the salt to generate the hydrochloric acid to be able to utilize these minerals. And then I might mention that they're like in nuts. Nuts contain a phytic acid that holds the minerals together. Animals have an enzyme that can break this phytic acid down where we don't. So that's why to neutralize this phytic acid, you take like beans, or you take almonds or nuts, and you put them in water, you let them soak over 12 hours, and they sprout. It neutralizes this phytic acid that holds these minerals together. Then you dry them. Now if you eat them, you get 100% of the minerals contained in there. So if you were to go online or go to a store and ask for sprouted nuts, then you would even see a difference in the taste, because this phytic acid has been neutralized. Same thing with the beans. That the beans taste completely different if you soak them overnight, where they sprout, and then you cook them. So the minerals are very, very critical to the body. A lot of people are very mineral deficient. Some people you see where they have a bulging eye, and that's because the body is stealing the minerals from the eyes for more important areas where they're mineral deficient. By the same token, a lot of males have prostate problems, and that's because the body is stealing the zinc from the prostate for more important areas. Show you the importance of zinc. Zinc is what actually holds the DNA together. You have a zinc finger, a zinc twist, and a zinc cluster. This is what holds the chromosome in place. You have an amino acid cysteine, then you have a zinc finger, a zinc twist, and a zinc cluster. So when you're low on zinc, the body's going to go pull it from wherever it has to pull it to keep your DNA together, or you're going to have a major problem. So if you went to Dr. Mendel's Vitamin Bible and you looked up prostate problems, the number one thing he shows in there is a lack of zinc. So zinc is a critical mineral that most people are not getting enough of. Also in Dr. Mendel's Vitamin Bible, as we relate to him in our book in here, is that caffeine wipes out your zinc. It negates B1, B2, B6, B12, zinc, potassium, vitamin C. So caffeine, not only is it a diuretic, causing the water to run through the cells so quickly, through the kidneys so quickly that you don't have time to use it, but also it wipes out a lot of these important minerals that you need. So once again, we strongly recommend that you get our book, Goof Proof Health, and if you haven't already purchased it, we invite you to click right there on the button there and purchase the book. And we ask you to share this video with other people that might be having some kind of a medical issue or a mineral problem. And we appreciate your comments, your questions, and from all of us here at Goof Proof Health, thank you.